Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He goes underneath for Anderson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Back to throw again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time. and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get them inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Succop's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second and 8 coming up. Back to throw here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. Clear to make the grab. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point put through by Seiko. He goes to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.